Never mind all those clickbait websites that you follow, listen to Matt Reeves as he gives an update on the Batman. We are working on getting our draft in the next couple of weeks and things are progressing, he said at TCA today about the current state of his Batman Redux, which he is set to direct for Warner Brothers. We have conceptual stuff going and coming into being, and my head is totally in the script. In fact, I'm going to be leaving right now from the Beverly Hilton to work on the script. He then says that he hopes the cameras begin rolling next spring or early summer. Reeves waved off rumours that his Batman would focus on a young caped crusader or Frank Miller's Batman Year One, which is one of his favourite Batman comics. I'm just excited to be focused on a tale that's defying for him, Batman, and is very personal to him, but at the same time, obviously we're not doing any origin tales or anything like that, but definitely Batman, emotional, and him being the world's greatest detective, said Reeves. Reeves' Batman will be completely separate from Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight universe, yet will still be noir driven, in which Batman is investigating a particular case that takes us out into the world of Gotham. Reeves said he did a deep dive, reading his favourite Batman comics to inform his creative process, but didn't want to name specific titles. There's ways in which this connects to the DC universe as well, and we're one of many pieces. Now he says that Ben Affleck is still involved, but that it was too early to talk in which capacity. And as far as Robin starring in the next iteration of Batman, I can't comment on any of that stuff. So there you go everyone, that is the latest when it comes to the Batman. Obviously these comments are now going to be speculated upon. What does he mean? What is he saying? Are we going to get Nightwing in this? Are we going to get Jason Todd? Because if you might have been paying attention to what Zack Snyder said this week, revealing who that Robin suit belonged to, and he said Richard. Yeah, everyone thought it was Jason Todd, that Joker must have killed him. So Zack Snyder said it was Richard, Dick Grayson. Then someone else on VARIO asked him, was there a plan to bring back Richard after Flashpoint? Or was Richard, Dick Grayson, always meant to stay dead? Zack Snyder replied, stay dead, till Carrie. He's referring to Carrie Kelly from The Dark Knight Returns. So all of this would have made much more sense if we had just seen, or Warner Brothers would have allowed Zack Snyder to do his 5 movies. We'd have got a little bit of Injustice, we would have got a little bit of Flashpoint. So Zack Snyder was trying to take a lot of these big stories, combine them. I think it could have been pretty amazing. And then even though you would have had a Wonder Woman film, Cyborg film, Flash film, Aquaman, you still would have had your separate films. After these 5 films by Zack Snyder, you could have then spun it off into a different universe, but Zack Snyder would have been done with his 5 films. I guess we'll never know, but there still might be time for Zack Snyder to come back. Obviously things have changed, and maybe his plans will change, but maybe some of those ideas he had across those remaining 2-3 films, he might be able to incorporate into the next Superman film, the next Justice League film. Here we have DC World. Go and follow him on Twitter, on his YouTube channel. He's always attending these big fan conventions in London, in the area. And he announced this on Twitter. He says, I was in this photo shoot today and Jason Momoa shouted out, Justice League was good, but Snyder Cut is better. So there you go, Jason Momoa, not hiding it. He's telling everyone, oh yes, I've seen it and the Snyder Cut is better. Got some excellent news about the Joker movie. Mark Maron is looking to join the cast. So I love Mark Maron, he's a comedian, podcaster. He's going to join Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz, Francis Conroy, Joaquin Phoenix. But yeah, it's shaping up to be an interesting cast. Very different from a lot of comic book type films. Mark McClure, originally Jimmy Olsen in the Superman movies. He was supposed to be in the Justice League. Yeah, he was that cop who has a tank thrown at him, most likely by Superman. Cyborg stops the tank, says, hey, you should probably move. Yeah, that scene was cut. He was giving an interview to JVS, and he says there's a big fight sequence in the park where Superman's statue was, and it was more at the beginning of the film. So it all got kind of changed around. I'm not quite sure why it was, whether it just didn't work with the story. I think it was such a hard sequence with the fights and everyone together, where they wanted to save that moment. That would be my guess on that. So just another detail that tells you and proves that the Snyder Cut is a completely different film to what we saw in the cinema. And finally we've got some release the Ayer cut news. Yeah, some extended, deleted scenes from a different version of Suicide Squad, like this one, where Batman, when Batman saves Harley Quinn from drowning, he says,
"Joker took something from me. Now I take something from him."
Again, is he referring to Robin? Dick Grayson? Was he killed by the Joker? What happened? Opens up further questions. We've got another scene with Enchantress in the cave. There might have been a bit more dialogue. And Diablo! Looks like he survived at the very end. There he is on the right hand side. David Ayer also already said that the Joker was in the final scene. Oh, the bit where he says, "Bye-bye!" So yeah, release the Ayer cut. I hope you enjoyed that video guys. Click that like button, share, and of course subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'm Shaker, and I'll catch you next time.